Mathura Lila, the hunchbacked girl and the Pandavas. Skanda 10, chapter 48 to 49. To keep his word, Sri Krishna went with Uddhava to the house of hunchbacked girl. He gratified her desire and gave her what she wanted. Sri Krishna then went with Rama and Uddhava to the house of Akrura. Akrura rose up to receive them. He adored Krishna, saying, "Thou hast come down for the good of the universe. Whenever the olden path of the Vedas is crossed by the evil paths of unbelievers, thou dost manifest thyself as now by the attribute of sattva." Sri Krishna said, "Good people like yourselves are to be always adored by men and the devas. For while devas are self seeking, sadhus are not so. The places of sanctity on the earth and idols and stones that symbolize divinity have the power to purify the mind after long service, while the very sight of sadhus is purifying. Go thou to Hastinapura and make inquiries about the Pandavas. They are still young and they have lost their father. We hear they are living with Dhritarashtra, but the blind king is too much in the hands of his evil sons, and he may not be impartial to his nephews. So inquire whether his treatment of them is good or bad. When I know that, I shall do what is best for my friends." Akrura went to Hastinapura and learned from Vidura and Kunti the cruel treatment of the Pandavas by Dhritarashtra and his sons. Dhritarashtra confessed that he could not hold the balance evenly between his sons and nephews, as his attachment for his sons was too great. Akrura returned to Mathura and informed Rama and Krishna of all that he had heard. Jarasandha, Yavana, and Dwaraka. Skanda 10, chapter 50. Kansa had two wives, Asti and Prapti. They were the daughters of Jarasandha, king of Magadha. The latter king learned from his daughters the fate of Kansa and became highly enraged. He collected an army of 13 Akshauhinis, one Akshauhini consisting of 21,870 chariots, as many elephants, 65,610 horses, and 109,350 foot. And he besieged Mathura on all sides. Krishna thought for a moment how he could best serve the object of his avatarship. He found in the army before him a collection of the forces that oppressed the earth. He thought of killing the army and of saving Jarasandha, who might be instrumental in raising such large armies over and over again. For it is to remove the weight now oppressing the earth that I have incarnated. I have to protect the good people and kill those that are not so. Two chariots came from the heavens fully equipped. Rama and Krishna drove out on those chariots. They killed the whole army in no time. Rama fell upon Jarasandha and well nigh killed him when Krishna caused him to be set free. Jarasandha, in his disgrace, thought of practicing asceticism, but he was kept off by other kings who consoled him with words of worldly wisdom. The king of Magadha was, however, not to be easily put down. 17 times he led his army to an attack on Mathura, and each time he lost his entire army at the hands of Krishna and his followers. Before the fight commenced for the 18th time, Kalayavana appeared on the field of battle with 3 crores of militia troops. Krishna held counsel with Rama as the course to be adopted. The brothers might engage with Kalayavana in fight, but Jarasandha would make havoc in the meantime amongst their clansmen at Madhura. So Krishna planned the erection of a fort within the seas where he might harbor his clansmen in safety. So the fort was built extending over 12 yajanas. It was laid out with a town of exquisite skill and workmanship. High buildings with golden towers, extensive roads, large gardens enhanced the beauty of the town. The Devas offered their best things, and the Lokapalas surrendered their rulership to Sri Krishna. By yogic powers, Krishna removed his kinsmen to this town. He then left the town in charge of Balram and himself went out to fight with Yavana. Yavana is one altogether outside the pale of Hinduism and Blecha. Kala Yavana recognized Krishna and pursued him. Krishna drew him inside a mountain cave. There, Kala Yavana found a man lying asleep. He thought Krishna was pretending sleep, so he gave the man a kick. That man had been sleeping for a long time, but he gradually opened his eyes and, in anger, looked at Yavana, who became consumed by the fire proceeding from that look. Muchukunda, Skanda 10, chapter 51. Raja Parikshit asked, "Who was the man and why was he sleeping in the cave?" Sukha replied, "He was a descendant of the line of Ikshvaku, son of the great king Mandhata by name Muchkunda. He had helped the Devas in their fight with the Asuras. When the fight was over, the Devas showed him the cave and asked him to rest there. The Devas blessed him with a long sleep. When Yavana was killed, Krishna appeared before Muchkunda. "Who may thou be the such overpowering glory?" the latter asked. Krishna replied, "My births and deeds are infinite. Even I cannot count them. At the request of Brahma, I am at present born in the line of Yadu as the son of Vasudeva for the protection of religion and for the rooting out of the Asuras. I have killed Kansa, who is no other than Kalademi. I have killed Pralamba and others. This Yavana was also killed by me by means of the fire from your eyes. I have now come here to favor thee, for I am bound by affection to my votaries. Ask what boon thou likest. Thou shalt have all thou desirest." Muchkunda remembered the foresaying of Garga that there was to be a divine incarnation in the 28th Kali Yuga, and he therefore knew Krishna to be the divine Lord. He asked for no boon but devotion to Krishna. "Truly," said Krishna, "thy mind is pure and noble, for it is not tempted by boons. Those that are wholly devoted to me do not yield to desires. Those that are not devoted may control their mind by pranayama and other practices, but as their desires are not overcome, they are found to go astray. Roam about the earth with mind fixed in me. Thy devotion shall never fail. Wash away the impurities of the present life with devoted concentration of the mind. In the next birth, thou shalt be born as a Brahmana and become the greatest friend of all beings, and thou shalt then fully attain me." Muchukunda came out of the mountain cave. He found that the animals and trees were all short sized and hence inferred it was Kali Yuga. He made his way to the north and engaged himself in devotional practices in the Badari ashram of Nara and Narayana. What has been the next birth of Muchukunda? How has he befriended the universe? Or is he still to come? Krishna came back to Mathura. He killed the Mlecha troops. His men and cattle were carrying the booty to Dwaraka. When on the way, Rama and Krishna were attacked by Jarasandha with a large army. The brothers feigned a flight. Jarasandha chased them with his army. They climbed up a mountain. Jarasandha made a search but could not find them. He then set fire to the mountain sides. The brothers jumped down 11 yojanas and made their way to Dwaraka.